Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Red Dead Redemption 2 video. My name is SaintsFan, and today I want to tell you guys 10 things I wish I knew before playing. These are just going to be some tips and tricks to sort of help you guys out as you start the game. The first thing, hold the start button to quickly get to the map. This was one of the things that annoyed me so much with the map before I knew this little trick, because you have to hit start, then you have to hit A, and there's like this little black 1 second long little loading screen, and to get out of it you just gotta constantly keep hitting B, and it's just, I don't know, it's kind of annoying. But simply by just holding the start button, you will get into the map very quickly, and then hitting the back button, you'll get out. Very easy to do and pretty good to know. Also, how to auto run. This is one of my favorite features in the game. There is a lot of horse riding between places. You can somewhat fast travel, but if you want to, be fully immersed and all that, then you're going to be running or riding your horse a lot. Well, in order to go into auto run mode, you're simply going to want to follow a road and then hold the select button. So you go into the cinematic camera, and if you just hit the A button once, your horse should stick to the road while going pretty fast. And I haven't really had too many issues with this. I think once it may have ran into another person, but for the most part, this thing works wonderfully. And auto running to another place so you can look at your phone or do something else is amazing. Especially like we're all playing this game for hours on end. You auto run across the map to another city, go make yourself some food, get yourself some drink, and then you're good to go. So auto running is awesome. The next thing, you do have to progress somewhat through the story a little bit to unlock some stuff, such as the fence, which is where you sell stolen items. You unlock the extra holster, which is what allows you to dual wield through these stories. So if you're wondering why you don't have that, progress through the story a little bit. And the horse stable is another thing. That's actually super early on, but you do unlock that through some of the missions. So if you're not seeing anything, just play some of the missions and you should get it all on your map. Also, speaking of that fence, I've seen a lot of people say actually not to sell your jewelry. And look, everything obviously is a single player game. It's up to you. And the reason they say not to sell is because later on down the line, you need some of this jewelry to create some of the really powerful talismans. And while, yeah, you can totally save your jewelry and, wait until you get something to craft that, I would say early on, just go ahead and sell it all, because you can probably always get that sort of stuff back, and the jewelry sells for quite a decent amount of money. I had some going for like 10, 15 a pop, which all adds up if you have multiple of each. So if you're looking for money early on, that might be one of the better ways. But again, it's up to you if you want to save for the talismans or if you want money early on. Also, always carry at least one horse revival kit, because if you've watched any of my streams the last couple of days, I run into trees, run off cliffs a lot, and your horse ends up dying, or it's, hurt very badly and it can't continue. Well, that's where this horse revival kit comes into play. I think you get them at certain stores, like maybe the stables. I'm pretty sure you can even maybe craft them, but I would just recommend having at least one, because you never know what's going to happen with your horse. And horse death is permanent in this game. So if you find a horse, you like it, and then you accidentally injure it, you can't get it back unless you have one of these kits. Another thing that was annoying me a lot when I was hunting, especially, you would get off your horse and you would tell it to stay, but then you kept following, you kept tracking, and you got further and further away, so you whistle to your horse for it to come. But then it would just keep following you, and I've seen a lot of other people actually ask this question too: how do you make your horse stay? It's very simple, actually. You hit the LT button while looking at it, obviously with like no gun drawn, and you can tell it to follow, flee, or stay. So this is actually something that I've used now that I know about it when I am hunting, so the horse doesn't get in my way. Also, the Dpad is going to come into play for a number of things you may not actually expect. So using the Dpad while aiming, if you press up on it, it actually will point your gun up in the air, and you can shoot it up in the air. And this is to intimidate other people. Like if you don't want to actually shoot at them, you just shoot up in the air. Sometimes that works to intimidate people, or if you want people to stop, you can shoot up in the air. But again, that's up on the D-pad. Now, if you're looking to aim down sights while in first person, I know on my live stream yesterday, I was trying to figure this out and I almost thought it wasn't a feature because normally you would press the right thumbstick in, but that is for Deadeye. So in this game, it's actually the down on the D-pad. Not entirely sure why they decided to go with that, but if you're in first person and you're aiming down sights, or you're just, you're aiming your gun and you want to aim down sights, press down on the D-pad. And then also while you're aiming your gun, left on the D-pad does switch your shoulder while aiming. So this is maybe not useful for outdoors, but indoors where you're, it's cramped, you can, switch shoulders to see where people are easier. One of the most useful things that I found out about was the hunting star rating. Before this, I was just shooting, whatever I could find, and then I was wondering why I wasn't getting enough money from it when I went to go sell it. Well, if you actually pay attention to the bottom right when you're looking at animals, if they don't have a 3-star rating, you almost don't want to kill them because they're not going to be good. That 3-star rating will actually give you a perfect pelt, which sells for more if you do use the right ammo, or if you use like the bow and arrow, and you do aim for kill shots. Like, you can't just butcher the animal. That's going to ruin the pelt. But if you kill it perfectly and it's a 3-star animal, you'll get that perfect pelt. And to do this from a distance, actually, you can use your binoculars. So you can see here, this is actually my first time seeing, I think it's the bison or the buffalo. And there's a ton of them here, by the way. But you just look around at certain ones, and at the bottom right, you can see some of them are 1-star, some of them are 2 stars. I found a couple that were 3 stars, and then you can track those to make sure you get the right one. And as for legendary animals, if you come across those sell for quite a bit of money. I think the bear, at least that one sold for about $60, which is a decent amount to get. And the only place you can actually sell these legendary items is the Trapper. Now, the Trapper supposedly has a stand, out in the wilderness. It's a traveling sort of shop, but I have not actually seen that one. The one I have always gone to is the one in St. Denis. It's actually right near the fence, so it's very convenient if you have some stolen items. But you go down there, you sell it to them, and then you can actually use that to craft and to make some really unique and legendary outfits. And then finally, speaking of outfits, one thing I just found out about recently is setting outfits on your horse. You can have up to 3 outfits on your horse. And in order to set these outfits on your horse, you go to your camp, go to the wardrobe, and pick one of the outfits that's there. And then I think it's X to put it on your horse. And this is super beneficial for a number of reasons. One, you do want to have some sort of winter outfit if you go up in the snow, so you can change to that so you don't freeze to death. Also, if one of your outfits gets super dirty, you can simply switch your outfit and then it's clean. So you don't need to take baths as often. But those were 10 things I wish I knew before playing. I'm sure there's a ton more. If you guys want to put your thoughts in the comment section, please do. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop it a like. Subscribe for awesome Red Dead Redemption 2 videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.